Okay, hello everybody. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to answer the question 1 in a Global Perspectives IGCSE paper. This topic that we're going to cover for these questions is globalization. Quickly, just to introduce you to the questions, the sources, sorry. If you want to pause the video, you can. This is source 1. I've got source 2 here, source 3, and source 4. Question 1 is worth 9 marks, has A, B, C, D in parts. 9 marks, basically it's a mark a minute for your IGCSE, so it should take you about 9 minutes. Let's have a look at question 1. So question 1 is identify the world's most globalized country in source 1. So all you have to do for question 1 is basically copy and paste. Here I've got the answer according to source 1. The world's most globalized country is Ireland. Let's have a look. Here it is, Ireland. Very nice. So nice and easy to do question 1. Question 2 is similar. Let's have a look. Identify 2 causes of globalization from source 2. Obviously, it's worth 2 marks. You have to bring up 2 causes. 2 causes of globalization are, and you can copy and paste from the source. Freedom of trade, improvements in communications. You also can include improvements in transportation and labor availability and skills. You do not need to include more than 2 because you won't get any marks. If you include 1, you will get 1 mark. If you include 0, you include 0. You get 0 marks. So that is question 2. Very easy, another copy and paste. Let's have a look at question 3. So question 3, or sorry, pardon me, 1C is which cause do you think is the most significant and why? Pardon me, we should have a question mark here. This is worth 3 marks. This means that you need to bring up a developed cause. Now it's only asking you 1 cause. Which cause? Singular. So it's not asking you to list the causes like it did in 1B. So you need to choose one of them and do 1 PEE paragraph. Remember our point, example, and explanation. I've done an example here for you. You can choose any of the causes. As long as you explain your point, it doesn't matter which one you choose. For example, the most significant cause of globalization is improvements in technology. For example, better access to the internet and mobile technology. Explanation. This means that people from different countries are able to communicate very easily, which leads to increased cooperation and sharing of ideas. If you include another cause, you will not get more marks. If you only include 1 cause and you do not develop your point, then you will only get 1 mark. So make sure you use a full PEE paragraph and don't just list the causes that you've seen in source 2. Last question for question 1 is question D. Explain 1 national consequence and 1 global consequence of globalization. Now for this question, in question 1, it can be either national, local, global consequence. Here it's saying national and global, so we're going to talk about the national and global consequences of globalization. In your notes, you should also have covered the local consequences as well. You can use the sources to help you with this question as well. So here are ideas that you could include for your points. That is why they are in red. This is not an example paragraph. These are just ideas that you could include for the national consequence and the global consequence. Then you would continue to include a PEE paragraph with your example and explanation for the national consequence and then the global consequence. Oh, I'm moving global consequence, but I didn't mean to do that. And the global consequence. That means you have 2 PEE paragraphs, which would give you 6 marks. 3 marks for 1 PEE paragraph. If you just list the consequences, you will only get 1 mark because you are not explaining why there is a national consequence. Okay, so you can include any of these national consequences, just 1, and then explain it, and the same for global consequence. And that's it.